Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pre-E3. Let's see what I did there. Discussion with me, Sonic Ryan 9, and with me is a special guest.
MRJ.
Yes, MRJ. It's the rebirth of JustJosh. But
It is the rebirth indeed.
Today we are giving you, I guess, thoughts on what we think is going to happen at this year's biggest gaming event, E3.
Hopefully quite a bit.
Yes. So, me and Josh here both have lists of games that we expect to see from each of the conferences / companies. So, where do you think we should start things off?
Well, looking at the Microsoft at the top, one of the slightly better companies.
So, starting out with Microsoft, eh?
Well, sadly enough, yeah.
Okay, so starting things off, I've got here Untitled Forza game, and I just want to point out some of these were taken from Wikipedia, and some of these were just sort of basic memory of things that have happened in the past, specifically last year.
Another Forza game. Oh, I'm so waiting for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that big on car racing simulator games like Gran Turismo and such, but I'm sure there's
I think Forza should have died by now.
Yeah, to be honest,
Is it like Forza 20 now?
it'll be either Forza Motorsport 6 or 7, I'm thinking, or it's gonna be the other Forza game, the Forza Horizon 3. One of those
They just have too many.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that big on car racing simulators, so I haven't really got anything to say about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to pass on that, because I've never been interested in Forza, and I don't think it's going to start now.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on, we have Halo Wars 2, a game that was announced at, I believe, last year's Gamescom, at the end of Microsoft's conference.
Another strategy game.
Yes.
I didn't like this one, I'm not going to like this one.
Yeah, well, it's made by Creative Assembly, which recently made the most recent Aliens game, the one which was actually good. That was actually a horror game.
Well, it has some hope.
Yeah. I'm
But
personally.
Halo in strategy form, I've never been keen on.
Yeah, personally, I've never played Halo Wars. I've only had experience with the very first Halo game, and that was the first-person shooter one, not the strategy game. That's all I've got to say about that.
Yep, I was to shoot to Halos. Well, with Halo 4.
Yeah. Moving on, we
Anything
have...
after that could just be shot.
Yeah. So, moving on, we have Sea of Thieves, which is Rare's pirate game.
Now, probably the first game we've come across on this list that I'm actually looking forward to.
Yeah, even though I don't own an Xbox One, and probably never will, it does look quite interesting, I'll give it that. I've heard it's like an MMO.
The only other decent pirate game was Flag, and that was an Assassin.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed game. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 4. But
That's the only other game that counts as being a good pirate game
yeah, there's
that
actually
I'm aware of.
yeah, there's actually not that many pirate games out there. Well, actually, there is a few out there, but it's either all right to not very good. So maybe
I think it's definitely a shame there's not that many there.
Yeah, in fact I remember the that cancelled Pirates of the Caribbean game that looked quite good from that one magazine that I showed you.
Oh yes, that did actually look pretty damn good.
And that got cancelled.
And then they went and cancelled it.
Like Disney did with that Star Wars game.
Oh, let's not go there.
Anyway,
I'm still upset about Like,
Yeah, it's annoying. But anyway, next we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare gameplay. I'm saying right now that there's probably going to be Call of Duty Infinite Warfare gameplay up the wazoo, like there is every year at Microsoft.
I'm not even commenting on that because I'm just not getting it.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
I'm not touching it with a 10-foot bar.
Yeah. Call of Duty needs... The franchise is severely, like... It's like it's on life support right now. It's like it's running out of ideas of what it could possibly do in terms of war. Because now we're like into the future now. And
The game's on life support, but its trailer is dead.
yeah, the trailer really... It's not... I'm just not a fan of Call of Duty to begin with, so... But I'm sure the fanboys are going to...
The space game now.
Yeah, I'm sure the fanboys are totally going to pick it up, like they do every year. But less about...
I think they've shot themselves in the foot with this one.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, HoloLens. HoloLens.
Oh, we're going to have that shoved down our throat again.
Yes, I predict we're going to possibly get a release date of when the HoloLens is going to come out and what games are going to be coming out for the HoloLens system, I guess. Glasses.
Definitely Minecraft, it looks like.
And
no.
yeah. Oh dear.
I mean, it'll have a lovely price as well.
Yeah, it's going to be expensive. I mean, it's new technology, so I'm expecting it to be quite expensive.
Future of the world, augmented reality.
Yeah. Maybe we'll actually see that Young Conquer game. That really...
Yeah.
Really, really ugly looking Conquer game.
Yeah, they should kill it before it even exists. Because they'll not be used for that.
Yeah. So I'm expecting a massive demonstration of like probably some of the features that are going to be coming with the HoloLens. Probably like, oh, it can do TV. Oh, you can probably listen to music on it. And
I wouldn't be surprised if that takes up a press conference.
yeah. And you can even watch YouTube videos on it. You can do everything.
Yeah, if I don't have a TV to do this.
Yeah. I mean, they did it when they announced the Xbox One. Why wouldn't I be surprised that they'd do the same here?
The key feature of the Xbox One of YouTube.
Okay, moving on. I have put here Halo 6 announcement in question marks because
Oh dear.
Halo 5, you know, was it 2 years ago it got a teaser trailer? Or something like that?
I've got no idea.
But yeah, I'm
because I don't like the game.
Yeah, I'm predicting we're gonna get at least a teaser for Halo 6. I mean, I think Microsoft would be willing to, you know, show us probably the final of this trilogy.
Damn you, 343.
Oh dear. You're not a big fan of the modern Halo games, are you?
No.
No.
343 have killed them.
Yeah.
I'll go on record saying that.
Yeah. That's pretty much all we can say about that. As I've said earlier, I've only played the first Halo game, and it's not the same team, so I can't really say anything about it.
Definitely not the same as the new ones.
Yeah. Anyway, next up, I've put here EA presence. I feel that we're gonna have a bit of EA's gonna pop his head into the conference and be like, "Hey, you know this little service that we've got, this EA Play thing? Yeah, it's a big thing." And
no, EA, no one cares about your play.
So we're like, "Oh, we've got all these big titles coming, and it's going to come with the Xbox One, and it's not even going to be exclusive because it's also going to be on the PS4. More about Sony later.
Yes, I think the EA just to pack it up.
Yeah, and more about EA much later.
Sadly.
And, speaking of, Battlefield 1.
The
Battlefield.
decent shooter for them.
Yeah, decent. The trailer looks interesting. I'm interested in the whole World War One setting. I mean, we haven't really...
It's definitely different from space.
Yes.
Like every other game so far in life.
Is it running on the same engine as Battlefront?
I believe so. I think they use the same engine for Battlefield and Battlefront.
Ah. Okay. Well, I'm expecting them to have like a demo there. Like they'll talk for like 5 minutes on the new Battlefield. Like some
I'm
companies...
sure there should be some gameplay down the line there.
Yeah. And the final thing that I've got for Microsoft on this list is they'll show off the new Xbox One. The new version. Possibly a slimmer design.
Yes, the Slim.
Yes. It's going to have...
To be honest, they can make it much slimmer than it is now.
Yeah. It's quite a big console in terms of its design and very square.
It will take off your room if you buy one.
Yes. Yeah.
Have to sleep in a corner.
And I'm gonna guess they're gonna give us a pricing on that, possibly. Maybe a little bit more expensive than the standard Xbox One, or maybe they can surprise us and give us a cheaper price.
Well, you never know with Microsoft. They are unpredictable.
Yeah, unpredictable.
One minute they're being kind to you, next moment they're being that evil.
Yeah. Very evil.
Damn you, Microsoft.
And I haven't put it down, but I have a feeling we're probably not going to get any new Kinect titles. No new Kinect news, since nobody's using it anymore, really.
Or Connect.
Yeah.
It did live long.
Yeah. And that's pretty much all we've pretty much got to say for Microsoft, unless you've got anything to add, Josh.
Not really. I don't think they'll have anything interesting.
It'll pretty
Maybe a few indie games.
Yeah, probably indie games are going to take up a segment for Microsoft. But besides that...
That's probably the extent of what they're going to do.
Yeah. So, that's Microsoft then for you.
Gears of War 4 will be there, probably.
Oh yeah, Gears of War. I forgot to put that on the list. But, yeah, that's...
I completely forgot about that until now.
Yeah, I remember that demo. It was really dark. You could barely see a thing.
Oh, these lovely sequels.
So...
Original game, please, someone.
Yeah. Yeah. So, where should we go from here? Since Microsoft's done.
Well, we've done Microsoft, so why not try Sony?
Okay, Sony. First thing I've got here is The Last Guardian, which was a big hyped game at the start of Sony's last year conference, and everybody was.
How long's that been in development now?
Since
It's 1950.
Since the PS2 was coming out, I would say. I think they had a tech demo for it for when the PS2 was still being made. And then it was like, oh, we're delaying it, and then it got announced that it's coming to the PS3, and still hadn't been released, and now it's coming to the PS4.
It's alright, Sony, you're only 2 console generations behind.
Hey. But, I'm gonna guess and say that game's gonna get delayed again. That game is like in an indefinite delay.
I wouldn't. Lots of stuff's getting delayed at the minute.
Yeah. But moving on, they are going to be talking about PlayStation VR and games.
Everyone just has VR now.
Yeah. Every company must
Everyone's
have.
jumping on that bandwagon.
Every company must have their own version of the Oculus Rift.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna probably
Unbelievable.
see like a montage of potential games coming out for the VR system.
I would say so.
Yeah. So oh, and the price of the new VR.
Sure to be pricey as well.
So moving on again, I'm expecting them to appear up the wazoo. Call of Duty, like we've already mentioned. I'm expecting Sony's to show more.
They're going to be at either Sony or Microsoft, if not both.
Yeah, they're gonna really try and push Call of Duty because Activision knows it's their one franchise that they know that they can make loads of money on. Besides, like Skylanders.
You money making little.
Yeah. It's never gonna die as long as people keep buying it.
I've not funding Infinite Warfare.
Yeah. So next on the list, I have Final Fantasy VII Remake. Another big hype.
Are they just remaking the whole franchise?
So this particularly last year was a massively hyped thing that they showed at last year's conference, and everybody was going nuts for it last year. Absolutely everyone.
Apart from me.
Well, you.
I was like, what are you people doing?
Well, you didn't play Final Fantasy VII, did you? You played 10.
Nope. I've only played 10.
Yeah. And to be honest, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, so you can count 2 people that haven't played the game, and whilst I'm not as hyped as the people who are hyped for it, I can see why, because I'm guessing a lot of people grew up with the PS1 and specifically that game. I mean,
Well, it's just nice it's being read for that pose.
yeah. But that's all I can say about that.
As long as it's a good ring, not one of these bad ones.
Yeah, yeah. Next I have on the list, Shenmue 3 trailer. Last year, again, another big hype-filled thing, which I'll admit I was pretty hyped for because this is something I grew up on. Where they said...
I didn't even know Shenmue existed up until last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty hyped because I grew up on the Dreamcast and Shenmue 1 specifically. And when I first saw it and I saw that it was going to be kickstarted, I knew for a second that it was going to be instantly kickstarted the moment they announced it. I think this was also the only announcement that actually caused Kickstarter to crash because everyone was logging on. So many people.
For Kickstarter. They didn't know what happened.
Oh, I could just imagine the people who were like backing something else and they realised the website's crashed. And especially those people who didn't even know about E3.
What's happening? What's happening to the website?
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we can see some gameplay of that.
Hopefully so. More gameplay the better.
Yes. Next is a big one for me. Oh boy. Crash Bandicoot announcement. It has been in talks.
Maybe.
It has been it's been teased for the last 4 or so years that Sony have been putting these little tiny hints that Crash could possibly be making a return, and since it is his 20th anniversary this year, I could definitely see him come back in some way, shape, or fashion. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't really want to waste too much time just talking about Crash Bandicoot. We've got loads of other stuff to talk about.
Yeah, will make a return one day.
Oh. Yeah. As long as it's not Skylanders. Please to God, don't make him join Skylanders like they did with Spyro. Please. Activision.
Oh, I'm sure they'll chuck him in Lego Dimensions or something.
Yeah. Sonic's gonna be in Lego Dimensions, don't you know?
Why don't you Crash?
Hey. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. And moving on, in terms of another company that's also doing the whole new console thing, PlayStation's got the new PlayStation 4.5, aka PlayStation Neo, that I think they're going to talk about at the conference.
They could have been much more creative with this name.
Yeah. Well, I think
4.5.
I think they have something. They have it's like they really like the Matrix or something, because they called the code name for the VR was Morpheus, and the code name for the new PlayStation was Neo. It's like they have something.
Somebody's been watching too many Matrix films recently.
Yeah, it's weird. And the new Xbox One's code name was Scorpio.
I don't know what that's from at all.
I don't know either, but
maybe they just like star signs.
But yeah, I've heard that the new PlayStation is going to support up to 4K, which is pretty big, and it's going to support the new VR.
Does my TV support 4K?
Yeah, yeah, and the new console's going to support the VR. So that's good.
That's probably the main reason upgrading it.
Yeah.
Just like a sticky R thing in it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, moving on, we have Gran Turismo Sport, another car simulation game.
I'd definitely pay to choose racing game.
Yeah. I've put 7 there because I have a sneaky suspicion that Gran Turismo Sport is just a code name for Gran Turismo 7. I mean, they've been numbering
those sly devils.
Yeah. I'm really got much to talk about Gran Turismo. It's Gran Turismo. If you played one, you've played them all.
You play one racing game, you played them all, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's going to have 1,000 manufacturers of cars and over 1 million cars to pick from. Or something crazy like that.
If it did, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah. I don't even think there's 100 car manufacturers, but I could be wrong.
I'm sure if we went to every country, I'm sure we could find 100.
Yeah. Anyway, next up we have something that Josh is particularly interested in. No Man's Sky.
Oh my god, that game. They better show gameplay now, they've delayed it till August.
Yeah.
I want more gameplay now.
Yeah.
Absurd.
Or they could come out and say, oh, we're going to be releasing an open beta for No Man's Sky.
And then I would spam their website to download it.
Yeah. An open beta that is PlayStation 4 exclusive. That would be the...
Damn you!
Oh dear. But yeah, the game looks really interesting. It does look quite big for a game.
Quite big is an understatement, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even think big's an understatement.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks really good. It looks really good. I hope the game.
Definitely
I hope the
look forward to
game.
that.
Yeah, I hope the game lives up to the hype. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's not one of those
I'm
over.
hoping as much.
Yeah, I hope it's not one of the It doesn't become one of those overhyped games that doesn't deliver on what it promises.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I've got down for Sony. Do you have any other particular ideas of what else they could possibly show?
Not really. I don't know. Could drop Ratchet Clank 2, possibly?
Yeah, I probably would have said that, but I've heard that they're moving away from Ratchet and Clank and possibly doing another original IP, probably. So maybe not this
Might be
year,
a good
but
idea.
yeah, maybe not this year, but maybe next year. They'll probably do something similar to what they did with Sunset Overdrive. Maybe make a sequel to that, probably. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
So after Sony, we have Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo.
What, they're doing something?
Yeah, the lack of anything. Well, all I have here is Zelda.
I think that's all they have in their life at the minute.
Well, they have come out and said that they are talking about, besides Zelda, the new Pokemon game. And a couple of other games. But besides that, it's going to be...
The new Pokemon game.
Yeah. Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think, yeah, Sun and Moon.
They really are running out of names for Pokemon games.
I mean, the only real Pokemon game that I've played, and I don't even know if it really counts as a Pokemon game, is Pokken Tournament. And that was a Pokemon fighting game. As in a proper fighting game for the Wii U.
See, I think I'd another Pokemon game and it would be called Pokemon Card.
Yeah. And they have already came out and said that they are not going to be talking about the new system, the NX, which I still don't think that's the final title.
That's a good idea. They should be talking about consoles.
Yeah, because the other two... Yeah, I think they want to avoid competition with the other companies. Or just, you know, they don't want their console to be undershadowed by the more powerful consoles. Even though...
Yeah, let's not kid ourselves, Nintendo. You have got a Wii console.
Yeah. Am I right in saying that Nintendo are pretty much a generation behind? Because the Wii U is just as powerful as a 360. It's not even more powerful.
I think their tech specialists need to start working on their specialist.
Yeah. And now all I hear is these rumours about the fact that it's going to be a console slash handheld hybrid, and it's also going to support VR.
Like everything else in the world today.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for TV to support VR.
Yeah. They are not going to have a conference. They're not going to have one of those Nintendo Directs. They're just going to have their Nintendo Treehouse live stream, which is going to solely focus on Zelda.
And if there is not a treehouse that they are doing this in, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah.
Other than that, you must have a fake treehouse you're doing this in.
Yeah. Oh, what else was I going to say? There was something else I was going to talk about Nintendo. Nope, it's left me. Oh, what I was going to say is Nintendo. I get it. Zelda is a big name franchise. It's going to look pretty darn cool on the new system. But it doesn't change the fact that you are selling one game. Meanwhile, all the other companies are selling like 10. Maybe more.
They've just run out of ideas.
Just Zelda isn't going to cut it if you want to win E3. It could be like the best game in the world, but it's still one game. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, Nintendo.
They used to be the
Rest in peace.
Yeah, they used to be the kings of gaming back in the day, and nowadays they're a laughing stock of the industry.
It's like turning to the old man, watching the world go by.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on from Nintendo, we have Ubisoft.
The lovely press conferences of Ubisoft.
The cringe-worthy press conferences. With those.
Yes, quite cringe-worthy. Never failed to make it cringy.
Yeah. So anyway, the first thing that I've got put down here is South Park: The Fractured Butthole. I'm expecting
South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Yes.
The best named game ever.
I think it's the best named game of this whole E3.
I don't think anything else is better named than this.
So, I'm hoping to see gameplay. I mean, we saw a trailer last year, and I gotta admit, me and you did get pretty hyped when we first saw that trailer.
I mean, it's based on the superheroes now. This is even better.
And it helps that the first game was really good. It was a really good RPG.
I'd like the first game. Just please don't censor it in Europe this time.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing, especially in Australia. They got like a lot of scenes censored, like the abortion scenes, the scene where you're doing that's
Yeah.
A lot of scenes got
the
censored.
Weird scenes, people.
I'm not gonna go into it because it's South Park. You kind of expect those kind of things in a game.
Especially with a name like this, you expect some weird stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if the gameplay is going to be the same, or they're going to change it up.
I don't think they need to change it. It worked last time.
Yeah. So yeah.
Maybe change it to accommodate for superheroes. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be so cool if they give you the ability to choose a class again. I wonder what classes they'll have, like, for superheroes, because I know in the last one it was like fighter, ninja, or no, not ninja, thief, Jew.
Jew, that's the one. That one I remember.
Yeah, everyone picked Jew.
Oh, it's the three normal classes and Jew.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to it. I hope they show a decent amount of gameplay. Anyway, moving on.
Hopefully it lives up to the last one.
Yeah. Moving on, I have put here possible Assassin's Creed announcement besides the movie.
Yes, they haven't said much.
Yeah, there could be an announcement of a new Assassin's Creed, maybe, I don't know.
I heard rumours it's supposed to be in Egypt. Egypt, yeah. That's what I thought.
That'd be interesting.
Just assassinating people off the top of pyramids, why not?
Yeah. And as always, the conveniently placed hay pile when you jump off a pyramid.
That never fails to amaze me.
Like in every game, there's always conveniently placed hay. Just laying there for no reason.
Because no one's been bothered to move it. We'll stick this hay bale under this very tall building.
Yeah. But if we don't get an announcement of a new Assassin's Creed, I'm sure we'll hear something for the new movie.
But
the
movie, that is probably going to be a list of movies that suck.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the Warcraft movie wasn't very good. The Ratchet and Clank movie didn't do very well. This doesn't give me much hope.
See, the Assassin's Creed movie could have been, but I read over half the film is based in the modern day, and that's not Assassin's Creed. That's more.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm sure they're gonna try and...
let's see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, next on the list we have Watch Dogs 2, which has already gotten a trailer, so we already know what it looks like.
Yeah, that's definitely leaked ahead of 3.
Yeah.
I don't want to announce that before.
Yeah, I kind of would have wished it was placed in the conference, so that it would have been much more surprising. Because if you're placing it... Go on.
I'm guessing people have just leaked it too much, so you don't know it.
Yeah, leakers are the worst. Especially when it's like something that you're really looking forward to. It's no longer a surprise. There's no hype.
The hype has gone.
Yeah. And who knows, maybe this time the graphics will actually look as good as the E3 demo this time. Because I remember that big hole, that really big thing that happened when the first Watch Dogs game came out. And everyone was saying, what's going on? The graphics aren't as good as that E3 demo.
Downgrade them to include more stuff.
Yeah. I never played the first Watch Dogs, so again I haven't really got any sort of expectations to expect for this game.
Expectations are plenty.
Yeah. So next.
No, it could be.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it could be an alright game. I don't know.
Yeah. So moving on, another game that was announced last year, the new Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon.
Again, can we Tom Clancy games?
Isn't he dead?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's. You never know.
Yeah. I kind of wish they'd stop using his name. It's always Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. Tom Clancy's The Division.
He's a one-man game company. It makes every game.
I know he's a famous book writer, but he's not the person who makes these games. But that's besides the point. I guess it's a third-person shooter, or first-person shooter, or whatever. I've never played a Tom Clancy game besides like Splinter Cell.
I think it's another tactical strategy game. Something I'm not interested in whatsoever.
Yeah. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sure some people will like it.
Yeah, I'm not particularly the kind of audience who likes shooters, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, okay, I'll play a shooter sometimes, but it depends on the kind of mood I'm in. But
It does vary.
yeah, it varies. So, moving on, we have For Honor with that awesome bearded Kane guy.
Oh, I totally forgot that this was even coming out. I've just seen it on the website here.
Do you remember when we first saw that guy with the amazing beard and cane?
Oh, is this the one with the samurai Vikings and everyone?
Yeah.
Ah. Yes, I thought it could be okay, actually.
Yeah. But I just hope that guy with the beard comes out again with his cane. It just comes out and announces it. He was like the best thing about that conference last year.
I remember him now.
He had such a gruff voice.
It's like, what are you doing?
You need to be in
Who guy?
He needs to be in the Hunger Games or something. just needs to be in the sidelines, or he either needs to be in that, or needs to be like a villain, or something.
Coolest guy ever.
He was the coolest guy.
But
but
they didn't suck about Ubisoft's press conference.
yeah. But yeah, the game looks alright.
Big potential.
So moving on, Rabbids. That's all I'm gonna put. Rabbids.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not another party game.
Oh, they're gonna keep putting them out as long as they sell. Little kids are gonna buy them because they like the screams. Apparently.
They're like the worst version of Minions.
Yeah, Minions are funny. I wonder who would win. I wonder who would.
Rid of Rabbids.
Yeah. I wonder who would win in a fight between an army of Rabbids and an army of Minions.
I'm not going with the Rabbids.
Really?
The Minions would win.
Minions would win. But I'm probably
just blow them up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I can really say about Rabbids. They're probably gonna get a new party game of some kind, or just have like animated Rabbids on screen or something, just so they can entertain the crowd.
Yay.
But that's all I can say about that. Next, kind of a ballsy announcement that I'm going to put here. I've decided to put on here possible new Rayman game. I think the time is right. I think it's time for a new console Rayman game. 2D or 3D, I don't mind. But kind of prefer a new...
I'll do a 3D one.
Yeah, I think it's time for a new 3D game. I mean, we've had two or three Rayman 2D games in modern days. Origins and Legends, which are pretty good. I think the time is right to finally get a new 3D Rayman game. Would be cool.
Yeah. Origins and Legends was good, but you can't beat the old Rayman games.
Rayman 3 was really good.
Definitely should get back. They remastered it even better. I don't know if they've already done that. They might have done that.
Well, Rayman 3 HD is already a thing.
It's well, they can't remaster it again.
Yeah, it's for XBLA and PSN. And possibly Steam.
Oh, just make a 4.
Rayman 4. So
they can do it.
Yeah. So moving on from that, the last thing I put here is Just Dance. They're probably going to advertise.
I'm definitely looking forward to this game.
They are probably going to have another famous singer come out on stage and just sort of demonstrate the dancing again.
Yeah, they just seem to have dancing groups appear on stage every year. It's old.
Yeah. Holy crap. Okay.
But I think that's about that.
Yeah. So is that all we can say about Ubisoft? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think they're pulling up anything else.
Nah. I haven't got anything else written down, so I guess
Not seeing anything here, I don't think.
So I'm going to guess that we should move on to the next company. Is that okay?
Just skip the next company. I mean, we don't talk about them.
Oh, come on, Josh. We got to. They're having a conference.
Okay. Fine.
EA. EA. One of the most hated companies in the world.
Who will spend about 3 hours of their press conference talking sports games.
Sports. That includes FIFA, NBA, MLB, blah 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 blah.
All 17.
FIFA 17, NBA 2K17.
NBA 17.
I-
Everything's 17 now.
Yeah, I can just barely watch through EA, and I always fall asleep during the sports segments because I don't care for FIFA or NBA or whatever.
I used to care for FIFA.
Yeah,
Now I don't.
yeah. Josh has lost the EA trust.
It's just so good.
Yeah. Oh, we're going on to
Moving
another.
swiftly on.
We're going on to something else that EA destroyed of Josh's favourites. Battlefront 2. Ugh.
I have Battlefront on my laptop. Other Battlefronts don't exist in the world.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, now with even less content than before. It still doesn't even have a campaign.
They anger me.
You just think that they could have possibly have given the Battlefront license to some other company besides EA, but it just so happens to land at EA.
You know what? If they gave it to Activision, I really wouldn't be bothered. Activision would be able to make it good.
Yeah, you got to give it to Activision. At least their shooters are playable and their online servers are quite good.
If they gave Battlefront to Activision, instead of Infinite Warfare, it'd be Battlefront.
Yeah, and I guess we would.
And then it would make sense to be in space.
Yeah, but then again, I don't think the graphics would be as good if it was given to Activision because, I think
at least there'd be more content.
Yeah, I think it was DICE who made like the graphics and everything of the first Battlefront, which you got to admit the first Battlefront did look quite good. The
graphics are good, but the content.
Yeah, the graphics were amazing, but the content in the new Battlefront was terrible.
I can't remember how many game modes there are, like 9 or 12 between there.
Oh yeah,
It's just not enough.
9 modes and no space battles. Great game, EA. Great game.
The old Battlefront had space battles.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Call of Duty space battles.
Call of Duty
next year, anyway.
Yeah, let's move on.
I will not forgive you for killing this.
Yeah. They're going to announce it at B3 and it's going to get probably I don't know. I don't even know what kind of a reaction it's going to get. Hopefully hate.
Boo them off state.
Moving on from that, I have also bought the new Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, you have a series from EA.
Yes. The more successful EA series, I guess. The one that's generally less hated.
Generally.
Yes, generally. I can't really say anything because I've never played a Mass Effect game. I know, shock, horror. I have never played a Mass Effect game.
I played the third one. It played a lot like Dragon Age, just in space.
Yeah.
It's alright, it's not my favourite game.
Mm.
It's definitely not terrible, but...
It's one of the better sci-fi games that isn't Star Wars. Unless there's any other particular sci-fi.
I think it's the only other sci-fi game that's not Star Wars.
Yeah. But hey, if it looks good, it looks good. Can't really complain. Except it's EA, so maybe they will find something to make it terrible.
We can complain.
Next, Titanfall 2.
Well, Titanfall 2.
Yes, Titanfall 2. That
Remember Titanfall? It was a game that was coming release of the Xbox One.
yes. The
And I
third,
don't think it sold that well.
but apparently it was good enough for a sequel. So I don't know.
Can't be horrendous then.
Yeah. But I can't really say anything again. Yeah, I think you guys are going to see a pattern with this. A lot of these games I have no experience with, so I can't really say.
Titanfall myself, so I can't even.
So yeah, a lot of
I
these.
know you're going robots.
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter with giant mechs. There we go. That also have giant guns. That's all I can.
Yeah,
Really,
not anything else.
So yeah, sequel to a game series that I don't know if anyone really wanted. But who knows? It's giant robots, and it might be cool.
Pew pew.
And the last thing I've got here on EA is Battlefield 1, the new Battlefield game.
The only good games EA can seem to make.
Yeah,
Battlefields.
Battlefield. I've seen the trailer. It looks pretty snazzy, even though was it in-game engine or was it actual in-game when that first trailer came out?
I think it's seeing footage on the trailer. Don't hold me to that, but
Well, if it's
that
actual,
wasn't footage. It was engine.
oh, it was in-engine. Okay. I mean,
It was one of the two.
Yeah, if it was in-engine, that doesn't always mean that's the final graphics that it's going to be. It can easily be changed.
Yeah.
And it
I have
can
to see what happens there.
look not as good as the trailer, but the trailer looked pretty hype. It looked cool for a first-person
It
shooter.
looked alright.
So, and it's probably going to get tons and tons of microtransactions so that you could buy this one helmet for £3.
It's EA. It's gonna have microtransactions in it.
Yeah. EA. So is there anything else you would like to talk about EA before we move on to the final thing?
Not really. I'd rather not talk about EA.
So, yeah, that was EA. And the last particular company that I've got here is Bethesda.
The best game company in the world.
The one that Josh is most looking forward to.
Especially if they do something Elder Scrolls related.
Oh, speaking of the devil, the first thing I've got on here, Elder Scrolls game.
I like if it's 6 or Skyrim remaster. If they do something, I'll be impressed.
Yeah. I am not the one to talk to about Elder Scrolls. To be honest, Josh is more into that sort of area. So.
Elder Scrolls is the best game ever. That's all you need to know.
The best game. Best game. So which do you prefer? Would you prefer more, a remake of Skyrim or a complete new Elder Scrolls?
I prefer new Elder Scrolls to a remake of Skyrim.
Okay.
As much as Skyrim was good, prefer a new game completely.
What if they do the whole Fallout 4 thing and they allow the new Elder Scrolls game to have mod support for consoles?
Makes it even better.
Not Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 6 now with mods. So now you can get more lightsaber fun.
Lightsabers in Elder Scrolls would just be funny.
That'd be very interesting. And the only other thing that I've got on there is Fallout news. Not a new Fallout game, but just Fallout news.
I think they've got another DLC pack they haven't announced yet.
Uh-huh.
Could be something that pops up.
Yeah, they'll probably talk about the new Fallout DLC and I don't know. I wouldn't say a new Fallout game. I mean, it's Fallout 4 is just
No, it looks like
out.
there's definitely an Elder Scrolls of some form being announced, and they've got some games in the production at the minute that don't.
Yeah, so some unannounced games basically that they've got.
It's all I mean. At least Bethesda just don't get leaked.
Yeah. And pretty much that's the end of my list. I haven't got anything else. Do you know of any other particular games that could possibly be announced at E3?
Looking at this, Mafia 3 will get more detail probably,
Uh-huh.
and probably I don't know. Oh, Injustice 2 gameplay
Oh
has been
yeah,
announced.
Injustice 2. I've seen the trailer for that. It looks like a lot of the characters from the first game are coming back, which is nice. And some new faces.
Hopefully some gameplay of that then.
Yeah, hopefully some actual gameplay. Maybe it will look better than the first game. And here's
Looking at E3's top list, there's Final Fantasy 15, but I'm not going to comment on that much.
Uh-huh. Not really a big on
Apart from that, we've covered most stuff on here.
Uh-huh. Just quickly going back to Injustice 2, I'm hoping that Aquaman is OP again. Because he was like the most OP character besides like Deathstroke.
Aquaman was a tank on Injustice.
And at least he's coming back.
That's the plus side.
But that's pretty much it. So I guess the final question is, Josh, are you excited for this year's E3?
I'm excited for some of the press conferences more than others. Definitely not bothered about EA.
Yeah. The less we talk about EA, the better.
Or Nintendo for that matter.
Or Nintendo, yeah. So to give a rundown on the times of when these conferences are happening, the first conference that's happening is on Sunday at 3 AM BST, which is British summertime, for us, and that's happening at Sunday the 12th at 3 AM in the morning for Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Yeah. And then after that, at 9 PM on Sunday the 12th, is EA. Then...
Yeah, I'll skip that one.
Yep. Then on the 13th of June, all I have on here is, I think Microsoft is next at 5:30 PM on the 13th of June. And
At least that's a normal time.
oh, and at 9 PM on the 13th of June is Ubisoft. Then
Good times for us.
yeah. Then at 2 AM on the 14th of June we have Sony.
2 AM. Oof.
Yeah, that's quite early in the morning.
It's a bit of a late one.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to watch a recorded version of that. And then at 5 PM on the 14th of June is their Nintendo live stream on Zelda, which is gonna happen all day.
Yay, Nintendo's live stream on one game.
Oh, why couldn't you go back to the days where you had a big conference?
What an exciting life for Nintendo.
So, I guess those are our particular thoughts on E3 this year. Hopefully we get some more big surprises, and hope that none of it gets leaked on the internet the day before.
That would just be awful.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts before we end this, Josh?
Hopefully there's some cool stuff there.
Yeah, same. And I hope that Crash Bandicoot announcement happens. Okay, I'll shut up now. But anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed listening to our long E3 pre-E3 discussion. And so, where could they find you, Josh?
Good question. On YouTube.
Ah, yes, YouTube. So your YouTube name is
MRJ.
MRJ in all capital letters. And
Indeed.
that is his new channel, hopefully starting soon.
This might actually be the first video on the channel.
Yes. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So here's hoping that E3 goes well this year, and tune in next time after E3 where we will give our thoughts. Does that sound good?
Hopefully there's been some good stuff for us to talk about.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll have to write up some more notes of all the things that have happened. But
Definitely.
yes. Anyway, guys, that is it.
I can vent my anger at EA.
Yeah. I can expect a 30-minute session of just Josh ranting on EA.
Yep.
But anyway, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed listening, and from me, Sonic Ryan 9. That's your line, Josh.
Oh. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.